Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jennifer Anné. I'm the lead paleontologist and manager of the Natural History Collections at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. So today we're going to be talking about another big question we get down at the Paleo Lab, and that's how do we sort out what are dinosaurs and what aren't dinosaurs? How do we make sure that what we're saying is a dinosaur is a dinosaur? So what we're actually using when we're sorting out not just fossil animals, but modern animals as plants is something called taxonomy. So all taxonomy is it's classifying these animals and these plants based on ways that they look the same. So what characters do they share? So for instance, all mammals, like us, we have hair. That is a character that we share with all mammals, but we don't share with things like reptiles and birds. So to kind of show how scientists go about sorting things based on taxonomy, we're going to use probably something that you guys have a lot of based on what I saw of the empty shelves at the grocery store, and that is pasta. So we're going to take our pasta and we're going to go through and we're going to sort just as if we were paleontologists sorting out fossils into different groups, our taxonomy, and we're going to use a dichotomous tree. So all that means is we're only going to have two options. It's a yes or no, does it have it, does it not? And that's going to make a very simple way of separating things out. And you'll see it might cause a little bit of confusion, but we'll go through and see what we find. Now, the other interesting thing that's going to happen is you're going to see that as scientists, you have to agree on which characters to use, which sometimes might seem obvious, but as we'll find out, it can be a little bit tricky. So for my particular tree of pasta, which I was very surprised I had enough, I've got egg noodles, I've got spaghetti, I got some elbow, some garden rigatoni, some shells, which are my personal favorite. I don't know if anybody else has a personal favorite pasta, and some regular rigatoni. So, got your pasta. I have mine on index cards, giving me flashbacks to summer camp, but please feel free to use bowls, to just have little piles, whatever you want. So the first thing we're going to do is we have all pasta. These are all different forms of pasta. So I'm just going to put mine up and say I've got all pasta. So this is where we have to make our first big decision. What is the first character that we're going to look for? And for me, I'm going to go with whether or not there is a texture on the pasta. So do you feel little ridges on the pasta? And for me, the two that have textures are my shells, my little guys, and my rigatoni. So I'm going to put those over there, and all my ones that don't have a texture, I'm going to place over here. So I've already split them into two. I've got my textured and my non-textured pastas. So if I was a scientist right now, I would say that my shells and rigatoni are more closely related than everybody else. Okay? Well, now I've got two groups. So let's go over to my textured guys. I want to split these guys even further. So I'm looking at them, and a character that I think I can use is whether or not they form a tube. So my rigatoni makes little tubes. My shells do not. So I'm going to split them between no tube and tube. And voila, I have my shells and my rigatoni all sorted out. Now let's go over to my non-textured pastas. There's a little bit more of them. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is whether or not they're spiraled. They look kind of like my hair. So if I look at that, I'd say my egg noodles and my garden rigatoni are spiraled, my spaghetti and my elbow mac are not. Okay? Well, now if I'm almost there. Let's see. For my spiraled character that I think I will use, that should be pretty obvious to everybody. One doesn't have colors, the other does. So I'm going to split them between colored and not colored. And then if I look over at my spaghetti versus my elbow mac, I'm going to go for, is it long or short? Which might get me into some trouble if I was a paleontologist, because long versus short might just mean one's older than the other. But for right now, I'm going to take the chance and use that as a character for my pasta tree. So now I have my full pasta tree, which started with my textured versus not textured, and then we slowly went down from there to our final group of pasta. Now, probably one of the questions you might be asking is, how did I pick my characters? And that's something that paleontologists and actually all scientists really have to think about. How do you choose which characters to look at? You can also tell that some of these characters aren't just a yes or no. Like spiraled, one's more twisted than the other. So sometimes a simple yes or no can be a bit confusing. And then, of course, we have to agree on that. And that's the big problem in science. So just for argument's sake, let's put all our pasta back up. Okay? And let's say that instead of my first character that I went with being texture, the first character I went with was whether or not it's spiraled, just like my hair. Let's see what that does to our pasta tree. So if I went with first character is spiraled, then I would have my egg noodles and my rigatoni. And I don't know, you at home can argue with me, but I'm going to say that my shells, although only slightly spiraled, are a little bit spiral because they're making a shell. And then all my others are not. So already, because I picked a different first character to look at, I have two completely different sets of pastas. And again, this can become a real problem in science. It's one of the reasons we really have to do our homework and we have to actually talk to one another and agree on things. And it's also why, for those of you who follow the science news, you see that things are constantly changing. Now, you can definitely do this with more than just pastas. I've just picked pastas because I happen to have 6 different kinds, but you can do this with a lot of different things in your house. You can use it with candy, with your shoes, go through your junk drawer, do the taxonomy of your junk drawer. You can do it with your toys. Usually I'd like to do these with plastic toys, but sadly my menagerie of plastic toys at my own house is not that great. So I went with my pastas. For the rest of the day, why don't you guys try doing that? Sort things. I even like sorting the marshmallows in my Lucky Charms. See if you can come up with some different ways of sorting things, making your own taxonomic trees. Share them with us so we can see what you've come up with. Maybe we'll steal some of your ideas. Other than that, have a good day, and thank you for joining me.